Number 12, realizing that only the essentials matter. The 5 things that I couldn't live without: TV, bed, coffee maker, refrigerator, and laundry machine. Today, I have none of those things. Does it make life harder? No, because I don't need those things anymore. They cost money and eat up your bank. Only 5 things matter to me now: laptop, phone, hygiene supply, clothing, and me. Having materialistic things can make us happy. After all, are you working all day so you can pay off your car phone bills? Being a minimalist, I've come to realize the less you have, the more you have. Let me explain. When you have 100 things, you give attention to 100 things. When you have 5 things, you give attention to 5 things. However, each thing gets 20% attention instead of 1%. That means you will make sure it lasts, take care of it, and use it only when you need it. Number 13, living life with risk. Life itself is a risk, yet when we only have the things that we need, it becomes even more of a risk. You start to depend on things, your surroundings, and pretty much everything. If you own a car, laptop, or something that needs fixing, then you better learn to fix them. There's nothing worse than having your car break down in the middle of a desert and being a clueless car mechanic. I have excellent knowledge of laptops and a moderate understanding of many things in life. It didn't come easy. I had to educate myself and learn. Living in another country where you don't speak the tongue can be challenging, yet even a little bit of their language can be very beneficial. It's already hard enough to depend on your neighbors, friend, or family, and it's even harder if you're halfway across the world from them. To minimize such risk, study and educate yourself on literally everything. Number 14, think more. When one is independent or has to rely even more upon oneself, does it not mean that they must think even more? The minimalist lifestyle is supposed to be more comfortable than living a normal life, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're less intelligent than everyone else. What happens if they get injured, something birth, bad weather that suddenly arises, or some catastrophic mishap occur? Would you know what to do in a dilemma like that? We live in a world where one can get Wi-Fi virtually anywhere. Becoming a minimalist may not be the best option for you if you can't go 24 seconds without Wi-Fi. Some of us minimalists don't even have a phone or data plan. Being abroad can get frustrating at times since I do require fast internet 24/7. Number 15, less debt equals fewer problems. Houses, cars, stuff, and whatever normal humans possess are no more for us. We strive for simplicity. Good luck going through all your mail and bills monthly or even weekly. I can tell you with no BS, I have no bills whatsoever. I set everything on autopay, but it's dirt cheap since I've canceled many other subscriptions. It feels so good to close your eyes knowing that I'm the one getting paid and not doing the paying. If anything doesn't convince you, then this should a little bit. What is the longest time you've gone without paying a bill? Probably 4 days at most. Another perk is that one doesn't have to keep a schedule or reminder. It's already stressful enough doing all the things one must do to survive. Missing payments can cause late fees, or if you're fortunate, the repo guys and the sheriff would love to have to work with you. Less debts really does equal less problems. Number 16, meet new people. The minimalist life living can be lonely at times, actually most of the time, even if one has a pet or is with their partner. So that only leaves one choice. There's even meetup spots for minimalist people. Is it better to have one permanent good friend or 1,000 temporary good friends? Not an easy choice, but it's the only choice really. Meeting new friends can be more than you think. They may have a few wild adventures or share useful advice. Who knows, you may establish a temporary bond and venture the world together. You won't know anything unless you go out and explore. Number 17, boost mind power. As a minimalist with more free time on hand, it usually means one is curious about life and themselves. Therefore, at one point or another, one will either learn to be curious about meditation. Being a minimalist means living life with ease, and meditation only enhances that feature by at least 1 trillion folds. If you think meditation only improves mind power, then you are gravely mistaken. Meditation will transform your life mentally and physically. Meditation has over 100 benefits. All free, however, it will require the utmost patience and virtue. You all have the time you need. Why not give it a go? Number 18, environmentally friendly. 1 water bottle spoon will charge your laptop, shoes, toothpaste, and so on is all we need. Although we would love to carry a 65-inch TV or a washer on our back, it just looks funny and impossible. I believe once you become or try the minimalist lifestyle, you will have a better understanding of your surroundings. Wouldn't being environmental friendly be a trait of a minimalist? We are not only trying to make our lives better, easier, but also the earth as well. We use 10, if not 100 times less than anyone else. Not having a car or a house already means that we are helping the environment by 50 folds. Number 19, help with weight control. We minimalists eat to live, not the other way around, which everyone else is doing. We are required to walk a lot. Walking is one of the healthiest things for humans. Unfortunately, in today's time, there's not much of that going on. Most of the time, there's no AC, so it would be your best interest to be as fit and slim as possible. No AC means constant sweat. Sweat means you're losing weight. We don't have many belongings. It doesn't mean we are literally sitting all day doing absolutely nothing. Instead, most of us minimalists are learning how to better ourselves in every way. Number 20, improve relationship if you're in one. You must be absolutely madly in love with your partner if the two of you decide to live together as a minimalist. It's a known fact when humans sleep, eat, talk, and bond with one another 24/7 for months or even years, I think it is wise to say that two things are bound to occur. One, they will be crazy in love with each other, or until the universe itself collapses. Two, over time they will have come to realize that they may not be fully compatible with each other. Even two or more straight people will develop a strong bond or a broken one as the time passes. Time either heals you or breaks you, especially when it comes to relationships. Number 21, increase self-confidence. It is without uncertainty that as a minimalist lifestyle may produce self-confidence. Let me ask you this, is it logical to ditch your previous life to live a minimum life if you lack self-confidence? That is, one must venture the world, do things on their own, meet new faces, interact and experience a new culture, and maybe a new tongue, develop new skills and discover things they've never imagined they could? Or are minimalist people hiding behind their backs every chance they get, trying to ignore everyone and just be themselves?